It's coming. By the way, it's cold. Oh, I guess we can make sure there's heat on. Might help. Clear my dash. There. Another defroster will do something. Mirrors. Custom defrosted. Sprouts. I'm gonna let this thing warm up a little bit and then we'll go. Oh, losing my bag. See you out in the field in a second. It's coming. By the way, it's cold. Oh, I guess we can make sure there's heat on. Might help. Clear my dash. There. Another defroster will do something. Mirrors. Custom defrosted. Sprouts. I'm gonna let this thing warm up a little bit and then we'll go. Oh, losing my bag. See you out in the field in a second. Alright guys, I don't know if you can tell, but Snowmageddon is happening. It is 5 degrees, wind chill of -15, and still currently snowing with a, I don't know, 5 to 10 inch snow forecasted to come through. I bet you, I don't know, something like that. Right now we're in the first cow's pasture. Let me adjust my defroster because I got snow up on my window. Hands got cold, so I was using the vents. Anyways, we got this. This is where we put bedding down back here. They're obviously gonna need more bedding this afternoon, this evening, whatever. We'll get them fed first. But looks like everybody's up and eating. Had some problems with my bell bed this morning. It didn't want to come on right. It oh, the solenoids were sticking in the cold or something, I don't know. Had to unhook a bunch of wires and rehook them back up and they worked. Don't know why, but that's how this bell bed gets some days. So So we'll give them a drive-by. Hope you don't mind if I don't get out, but I'll roll the window down a little bit for you guys. You can watch the snow go by. Come on, Grizz. Yeah, there's your cows. Look at them. So the snow piled up on the back is actually a good thing. Means they have plenty of hair, plenty of fat, and they're well insulated, or else it'd be melting. As the snow piles up, it actually creates more insulation, so not less, because they got that hair layer. And think of like the Eskimos and igloos, build a house out of ice and it's still warm inside. So think about it that way. That's how kind of how the snow on a cow's back ends up. As long as they don't end up wet, the snow just holds heat in actually. So they're not, I mean, I'm sure they're cold and they're not having too much fun, but they are handling it as nature intended. So nothing to be concerned about here. So we're gonna run over and we'll check the water, and we'll for sure break it this afternoon. I don't know if I'll break it today or not. We'll see how it looks. I'm sure it's frozen, but as I showed yesterday, the way it's set up should thaw itself out this afternoon. And about, see, I spent 30 or 45 minutes messing with this bale bed in the cold, so we're running plenty late, so it'll only be a few hours before the snow, or before the water actually kicks on and thaws itself out. So anyways, everything looks good. Everything's getting up and eating. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see them laying down in the trees, not coming out. That means they're low on energy. So far these have enough energy to get up and go. That's perfect. So as usual, pickup's warmed up and running just fine. 300,000 miles of reliability. Can't beat them. So I'll see you guys at the next spot. I'll film whatever I do. Alright, we're here at the water tank. So I decided to break ice just because, show you guys what we're doing. Ice is, I don't know, inch and a half thick. It's not that solid. Chopped pretty easy, but cut them 2 holes. This tank kind of has a banana in it, is what I'd call it. It's got a low spot over there and a low spot over here. So those are opened up, and that water kicks on later. It'll thaw it out again. So we'll check that later. I'm gonna crawl over and do the same for the horses. But anyways, horses, in my experience, do less coming back to water during snowstorms. But then again, they might. So warm my hand up for a second because y'all froze it off. Shoot the next one. All right, we put out hay for the second group of cows. Let's go look. Got a little bit of hay to clean off the bed. Perfect. No more. Now let's see if we can find those cows. Well, all I see is white. They must be gone. No, they look fine, as expected. They're sitting here. They're not even as hunched up as the last group. So like I said, they got really good shelter over here. I just fed them another bale of that busted native grass hay for them to waller around in. They have plenty of rye hay still out here. They've been just sitting here running their noses in it, so picking it up. So I'm not going to be too concerned about putting more hay out until, might do that later this evening. But since I was out here checking, I decided to throw something out. But since we're supposed to get that 5 to 10 inches this evening, that's what we're doing. So Grizz isn't he's not a huge fan of the snow. He doesn't hate it, but he's a little leery of it. He says it makes his paws cold. Got a paw up out of the grass, shivering. You ready to get back in? All right. Grizz is cold. I guess we're getting back in. All right, guys, we're out on the afternoon feed loop. I'll show you guys this. If it'll come through on the. Let's get a window down, maybe. Look at those big old flakes. Yeah, I'd say our second band of snow has came through. And the windows in this thing don't. The heater in this thing, it's warm, but it does not roast you out like you'd think it would. Most Chevys have good heaters. This one's, meh. It's okay. I mean, no one's frozen to death in this thing that I know of. But it's adequate, I guess you'd say. We're probably up to 4 or 5 inches of snow total. So no, I mean, we're drifting a little bit, but nothing too serious. The wind kind of died down, thankfully. We're just getting that snow. I gotta have to do some rewiring on this pickup's batteries because it keeps getting a low voltage code in the cold, causing throttle pedal problems now too. But got my Bluetooth scanner plugged in, so we just hit erase every time a code pops up. But it's only done it twice. And it usually does it right after you start the pickup, and I mean, I let it run for 10 minutes before I take off. But about 2 miles in, it throws a code. It says throttle body and throttle pedal assembly faults, and it just says low voltage. So I don't know if that's from using the bell bed or maybe water getting in something. I don't know. She's not a new truck, so kind of just get what you get. It's doing the job just fine. I only put it in 4-wheel drive once due to sand. Actually, I broke through the snow and was spinning in sand. Otherwise, this thing just plows along. So, anyways, I'll show you what it looks like after we unroll this bale. So, see you in a sec. Alright, we made it out here. So, got 2 strips of hay. There's still a little left, so I put the core over there, kind of even further up out of the wind. I mean, I can't get my pickup up in there. There's a tree pile there, just branches everywhere. I mean, I'd like to, maybe that's something I should do, is clear out some brush and tree branches, make me a lane that goes even closer to those trees. And maybe I can come out right in front of myself right here. Maybe I can hook it out that way around that cedar. Something like that. But they got some more hay, bedding, fodder, whatever you want to call it. They seem to congregate right there. There's kind of a lower spot right there. They kind of congregate there. So I just kind of doubled up, made 2 strips there on top of the last strips. So they'll have plenty to lay in and stand on and whatever else they need to do. They'll waller that core out till there's about nothing. So neighbor's cows are still right there. I don't see any hay in for them. Not saying there's not any, but their water tank is right there. So somewhere in there's a windmill that's broken and has a solar panel on it, but you can see the windmill. So anyways, this is the big group. We'll get on around and go look at all the others. Probably put out some rye hay here and there, or maybe give some to the horses. I don't know. This is supposed to be the start of a pretty good snow. Horses will dig for their hay a little better, so I've never really worried about them as far as having snow-covered hay. They'll paw down to it, but probably wouldn't hurt to give them a little extra, so might not make them work as hard. But these cows still have hay from this morning that they haven't eaten. I'm sure it's walked on and all that good stuff, but you can see here, that's what I fed this morning. So there's plenty left. They aren't starving to death or anything, so obviously this isn't in the sheltered area, but I mean, you can look. Let's see if I can get you zoomed in. Right there, there's the core from this morning. They didn't even eat it all, so they're getting plenty of hay. So now it's just keeping them comfortable on top of that. Whew. Chris, was that you? Dang, boy. It's kind of ripe. Yeah. If they had smell-o-vision, they'd kick you off. Ugh. Man, stinky dog. But yeah, we're gonna go check water, break ice, whatever we gotta do there. We'll catch you down there probably. Well, my water thawing system works pretty good, and it's a good thing it does, because the cows left from right whenever we've been here about 5 minutes, but as soon as I left from unrolling that last bale of hay and shut the camera down, the cows started chasing me and followed me all the way to the water. Obviously, they're not waiting for any other food or anything from me, because they're walking right back once they get a drink. Some of the older cows know the program that I'll feed them first and get them water second. So they got them a drink and are walking back. But yeah, that water was thawed as soon as I got here, and they all stuck their heads in, and they're kind of waiting their turn. But anyways, they're getting their drink and heading back. So I don't know how thirsty they really are, but they definitely were looking for it. So good to see. They made a good trot over here, and they'll make a good trot back. So we'll go see if the other cows will do that. The white cows, they're all younger, so most of them haven't even seen a winter with me. There's a good handful of these that have been here long enough to live through a few winters. So I think there's a couple cows in here I've had since 2020, I'm not sure if I have anything left from older than that, but we had some pretty rough winters in 2021, 2022, so they must remember. Like this cow right here that we call Unitit. She's got the bobbed off horns right here. If this black cow wasn't in the way, you get to see she made it through a blizzard and had a calf. Calf survived, but she had half of her udder got frostbite. Yeah, you can see it hanging down. She's missing her back two teats. So, yeah, there's cows like her, and then there's two others out here that I know for sure had that long. A few others are their daughters, and been here through at least one winter. I'm guessing one hard winter. Last winter we didn't have any snow really, so that's that wasn't a learning experience for those cows that I bought 2 years ago and just saw last winter. There's one steer out here. He's probably getting close. He's probably gone through at least one winter. He's 3 or 4 years old. He's a big old steer, but kind of like our beef out of a big fat older steer. We really like the beef out of them, so I keep that for myself. I'm sure he's up here still. He never leaves. I say that, he's probably gonna make a liar of me. But no, he's up there. I see him. A big black baldy steer. So he's still chugging away. He's the one at the very far back right there. So, but yeah, he's half Coriani, part Hereford, red baldy or black baldy. So, anyways, yep, on to the next one. All right, so we did have a problem today on this water solar setup. So I did knock a hole in. Problem was I got, I think, ice and snow built up right here under the rod and kept it from thawing itself. Probably need to cut this back a little bit, would be my guess. I mean, obviously it comes right out of the well, so it can't go back any further. But got that broke up. It was thawed out this morning, so I can see where the cattle came out and to drink, but I'm guessing it was froze up because there's no nose prints or anything out here, or there's nose prints in the snow. Didn't look like they'd gotten into the water. So I mean, obviously you can see where it's melting there. It'll melt this whole area out pretty quick. And there's the low spot in the tank is over here. So I chopped a hole there so that the cows could get that. So I'll go ahead and call the cows up to it. That way they can drink. They'll figure it out. So come on, Chris. I guess just an update on the pickup. After two times of getting low voltage to the throttle body, it quit. Runs fine. So it's about normal. Did it last year when it was cold out. Hasn't done it for over 20,000 miles. Oh, here comes the cows. I was gonna drive back, see them, and get them to follow me, but they are. Oh, come on, windshield wipers. Should put new ones of those on. Well, anyways, they are out there. It'd be easier if I just use my brain a little bit and roll the window down, show you. Now, there they come. So that's where we've been feeding them, is up along that tree line. So they got to come through that gate and down this water lane, which is about 100 foot wide. So as you can see, that lead Corianny Longhorn cow coming in the front. She's white, so that's why she got voted to lead this group. She's a good cow. Comes quickly. Runs with meaning. That's what I should say. She comes with urgency. And she's not hard to deal with either, usually. So, here, I'll get you a shot of them drinking. There'll be some pushing and shoving since they missed a watering earlier today. They'll sort it out. There's not that many of them. So, there's definitely plenty of water, just not plenty of thought out spots. I guess I can knock a hole while we're waiting if you guys want me to catch you back up after that. But it's kind of one of those deals where the plan just developed as I went. Didn't really think that far ahead. So yeah, I'll knock them a second hole. I'll catch back up with you. Alright, they got 3 holes to water out of now. Obviously they still can't all drink at the same time, but there's less pushing and shoving. They'll wait their turns, get plenty to drink. They'll be stocked up until tomorrow. So I'm gonna say I'm chopping ice with an axe. I mean, I am chopping ice with an axe. So some people use a battery powered chainsaw. That'd be great. If I had real thick water. If my ice is really thick, I'd probably do the same. But like I said before, I usually don't have thick ice. Whether it's my just the way I manage the water and being fortunate enough to just run off wells. Don't have, I mean, I've used freeze misers in the past on places where I had pressurized water. That worked really well. They have setups. Oop, that one's trying to drink right where the float is. They have setups where you can, let me back up. Maybe I'm crowding a little bit. I don't know. I doubt it. But they have, oh, you can put a little brass T under the water and make it circulate. That's an option. I think if I was running off pressurized water, I would probably have the brass T underwater, keeping the water swirling. As long as I've got solar panels at my disposal, I think I would probably, yeah, that's not gonna focus at all. There we go. I'd probably rather have a, see about some kind of 12 volt heater. There's 2 deep cycle marine batteries in attached to the solar panel. So I think it'd be able to do that. Maybe, I don't know. I've thought of different things, but so far this works. That ice was, once again, inch and a half thick. I mean, I can swing the axe one-handed and break the ice. So it's not like it's terrible, not like I'm chopping for days. It's about 6 or 8 swings, and I've got a hole big enough for 2 or 3 head to fit in. So I'm not fighting extremely thick ice. So I'm not overly concerned at the moment. If I had more cows and more farms to check on and all that kind of stuff, I might would do things a little differently, but we don't, so we're not at the moment, so we'll just use what we got and keep going. It's been pretty low maintenance for me, so little water waste, but I'm not paying by the gallon, so not a financial loss running water on the ground in a snowstorm. And I mean, I don't like the mud, but it's so sandy around here, it soaks in pretty quick, even in the cold. I'm gonna roll this bale out to them up by the trees as usual. Guess you guys probably don't need to see that. I unrolled the bale out to the horses before I came here. I did a rye bale, but I did it the fast unrolling way instead of unrolling it backwards. I unroll it forward, just to lay a thicker layer. Maybe they wouldn't have to walk around so much looking for it. I don't know, just a theory. They had plenty of, you see plenty of the old hay still sitting there, but these cows are walking off, so I'm gonna go to it. So thanks for watching. I'll bring you guys along tomorrow, and we'll see more Snowmageddon 2026. Y'all stay warm and have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.